Hello and welcome to Pretty Broad Pod, the podcast where we discuss a very broad range of topics, hence the name. My name is Mary. I work in the exciting world of commercial real estate. I'm currently also navigating parenting adventures with a teenage daughter. I am super excited about today's topic and a little bit nervous about what's going to come up, but we are going to talk about how someone peed in the dating pool and dating in your 30s and 40s and how that is going for us. I'm happy to have a male here so that I can have a man's perspective rather than just getting my own and the female side of it. Hello, Nicholas.
Hello. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for coming on
Hopefully
today.
I can represent men okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sure you'll do fine.
I hope
Can
so.
you tell everybody a little bit about you? And
Proud parents of two beautiful girls, along with owning and operating two local businesses. Other than that, I'm sure our adventures are pretty much the same.
yeah, probably a little bit.
Yep.
All right. Well, hopefully neither of us screws this up for either gender. Thanks again for taking the time to
You
do
bet.
this. Let's just dive in. We are also going to save the craziest, our big stories, the crazy things that have happened to us for last. Stay tuned.
I can't wait to see who's got the worst.
Tune. First of all,
Yeah.
what do you think has changed? Like for me, since my late teens and 20s when I started dating, definitely social media. 1000%. It's exploded everywhere. People use it as a dating site, even if I'm not using it. If I'm just using Facebook,
Sure.
people are using Facebook to try to date, even if I'm not using Facebook dating. Do you know
I get
what I
it.
mean?
I get it.
Yeah. So it's just, you get a lot of friend requests and then people messaging and everyone's doing that. And so you're not really meeting in person so much. And I think working from home too. A lot of people are working from home now post-COVID.
Access.
Yeah. So it's just, we'll talk in a little bit about some of the messages I get too, because some of them are really
I can't wait.
entertaining. Yeah,
I
so
can't wait.
what do you think has really changed?
Oh, I would agree. Well, the whole social construct of the world, everything in its entirety has changed when it comes, especially to dating and how people meet each other,
Yeah.
how they interact with each other, the blessing and the curse, right? Because
Yeah.
it could either drive people apart, it could drive them together. Without proper communication, you could really, could go either direction.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
and when it comes to men in general, you mentioned earlier that you get a lot of, even with a friend request or without a request, you'll get messages on the back end that are like, hey, you're gorgeous, you're pretty, hey. And so I get it. I understand that because it's easier for men to kind of throw themselves out there without having to worry about the rejection face to face.
Yeah, but I don't like that. Part of the thing that I like about a man is not being afraid to talk to someone and having the guts to say something to a female in person and that it's worth the risk.
I would agree. But you got to put yourself in
I
a man's shoes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So how many times as a woman, as a beautiful woman, right? How many times have you been shot down when you've approached a man?
Never.
0. Exactly.
But I don't approach men.
No, but I'm just saying in general, but that's how that goes.
I don't.
Imagine you're a guy. Okay. Imagine you're a guy. Facetiously, okay. Imagine you're a guy. And imagine you see an attractive lady, right? Okay. Your brain is already wandering. It's already going, oh man, this is not going to go well.
That's not
how
the
do
way
I
to
look?
think
No,
about it.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm using a man's point of view. Okay. And hey, do I look right? Am I going to say the right things? Am I going to act the right way? Do I have enough money? Do I have the right job? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we have to come with this preloaded baggage for a woman to even like, hey, you're okay. Like, hey, let's hang out or let's go do something. And 9 out of 10 times, most of those guys are going to get shot down the first time or even the second time, right?
Yeah.
So how many times does it take for you to fail before you're like, you know what?
Not doing that.
I'm probably just going to throw myself out there over social media. If she responds, great. If she doesn't, guess what? There's 20,000 other in the pool.
Oh my gosh. See, I think that's the bad part about it.
It is a bad part.
I want guys to not give up. I haven't given up, and my dating experiences, as you will all find out, have been terrible. And I have not given up. And I'm female. I'm gentle. I'm soft. Like, you're supposed to be tough. Get over it. Move on. Ask the next one out.
Again, by a woman on how a man is supposed to be. You just said it yourself.
Yeah. No, and I will. I mean,
we're supposed to be. You literally started the sentence like that.
Yes.
You're supposed to be, right? Yes. What happens if you're not that, though? What about a guy that's out there that's not aggressive?
I don't
That's
want aggressive. I'm not
no,
saying that,
I
but
know, but you said strong.
resilient.
Okay,
Resilience is important
okay.
in life in general for
I
both women and men, and being able to get past things and get back out there.
okay.
And that's
I get it.
for me a quality that I want. So
Absolutely.
I'm like, if somebody's giving up, and we'll get into this more later, but I've had a lot of guys be like, well, I just don't want to make the effort anymore because I've been burned so many times. And I'm like, that's not for me. I mean,
Well, shame on them for getting
yeah,
burned first and
no,
foremost. Think
not their faults for getting burned.
well, yeah, it can be because obviously they didn't see signs or look into it. They missed some signs. I'll be honest with you, as a self-aware male who reads body language, reads eyes, reads people, words, right? Words matter. Those signs are all there,
Yeah,
Mary, right? I mean, if you choose to ignore them, right? If you choose to ignore them, then shame on you because they were there. She was giving you the hints. She was kind of telling you subtly or however way she displays it, but they're there. Things just don't happen like that.
yeah.
I'll be honest. Unless, which does happen sometimes, somebody meets somebody new that is more entertaining and more intriguing, and shame on that person for
Well,
not
that's
communicating,
cool.
but it
Yeah.
happens. It happens.
You wanted to know from me what was a way for a man to approach a woman on social media
Correct. Yeah,
without coming off
because you
creepy
already
or
bagged
weird.
up, but you already bagged on it.
Well, let
So
me
tell me
tell
the
you.
right way.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
If you are on Facebook and you see someone on Facebook, not Facebook dating, don't do it.
I would agree.
Don't do it. Don't. If she is looking to use Facebook for dating,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be on Facebook dating.
Okay.
If she's looking to use Facebook for Facebook, I have over 900 friend requests right now
Okay.
from men alone,
Mm-hmm.
just in a short period. That's not what I'm using it for. It's very annoying to
Sure.
me.
Yeah.
There have been a couple times, like if you know her from somewhere or met somewhere, that's totally different.
Right.
Go ahead and add her and be
Sure.
like, hey, it was nice to see you, or I remember you from. But if you just see someone, and this is only my recommendation, some women might like it. This is me
Okay.
personally.
Okay.
I don't want it to be used as a dating site because I'm not on Facebook dating because I don't want to be on Facebook dating.
Okay.
I don't want social media for dating. I like to meet people in person
Absolutely.
personally.
I would agree.
So I understand what you're saying, but for me, I'd be like, just don't. And one guy that I actually recently dated did reach out through Facebook, and I immediately said, I'm seeing someone. And it wasn't really, I mean, I was kind of talking to someone, but it wasn't serious. Eventually, we kept talking, and over time. So I think that if,
I can't wait to drill into
like
that.
I
It
said,
wasn't a
yeah.
serious comment you just made.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna
We had
come
only
back
been
to
on
that.
2 days.
But we're gonna come back.
Yeah. We had only been on 2 days. But okay,
That's
we
a
can.
double standard in itself, but okay.
Oh, I know. And I do want to talk about that
Okay.
because men will ask,
Okay.
well, are you talking to other people? And then I can ask the same, are you? And yeah, it's a lot. Let's rewind here. I think another one of the things that has changed since our 20s is that people are so jaded from bad experiences, or they have unhealed traumas. Or,
Mhm.
I mean, one of my friends was making fun of me for talking to a 28-year-old. I was like, there's nothing behind what he's getting to the point where he's a grown up and he's got his career established and now he's ready. He doesn't have bad experiences. He's not jaded. He's just ready. So I think, and I don't think that there's all pluses for him and all minuses for someone older. I'm not saying that. I'm
I
just
hope
saying that
not.
there are pluses and
I hope
minuses for
not,
both.
because the learning curve for a youngster that's 28 years old,
They don't know a lot of the things. They don't have a lot of the experiences.
well, which means they don't know how to react when there are issues or conflict.
Maybe.
I
I
wouldn't
mean, I think
necessarily put all my money in that
I
battle.
don't know
I'll
that
tell you that right
I don't know
now.
that that's
That's
true
not my bucket, but
across the
it is.
board. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. There are
And
pluses and minuses to both. But I
sure.
think that that's a difference between dating in your 20s versus dating in your
So you want to mold somebody? Is that where you're looking?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. I'm not teaching anyone how to
Okay,
treat
good.
me. That
Good.
is
So we're on the
hands
same
down.
page.
But
Nobody should be training anybody.
No,
Okay,
exactly.
perfect. Okay.
I was just talking to a 42-year-old though, who my friend was like, well, he can learn. No,
Oh,
no,
oh,
absolutely not. I'm not.
yeah, I'll
This
pick
is
with her
like
friends
teaching a
too. They were
toddler
she was telling you.
manners. Yeah.
Come on now.
It's like teaching a toddler manners, only worse because he's a grown man. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
What else do you think?
Hang on a second though.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up because
Oh boy.
I feel like you never even answered the question. So you're telling me that there is no appropriate way for a man to engage
Oh
over
no.
social media? Because you never answered it.
No,
You
yeah,
just
I
said
said
don't do it,
Okay, but if
but
you
you never
were
answered
to,
it.
okay, yeah, I
Okay.
can do that. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
So I would say the way that the guy that I ended up dating did
Yeah.
it was very sincere. It was genuine. Even my friends who read it were like, okay, that guy sounds like a good. It wasn't, hey, what's up? you're pretty. You know, it was like,
So
hey,
he had
this
an
is
incredible Chat GPT
well,
prompt. Is that what you're telling me?
he
Because
has
that's what it sounds like it's going these
no,
days.
I can tell when it's ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
And it's not good.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
good. Don't do that.
Okay.
I don't like it when people do that either.
Okay.
Be yourself
Sure.
and be genuine. And I
Mhm.
think that will come through. And I think too that if a guy is just the kind of guy who's like, hey, what's up? Some girls might like that.
What's
I'm just
up?
saying that's not me. I would like intelligence, and
That actually works on some people,
I
huh?
think so. Yeah.
I've never tried that
Yeah,
yet.
I do. I think that works
I
on because
should
I
try
think
that.
some girls
Hey,
try
what's
it
up?
out. You never you might get like a different kind of girl. I don't know.
No.
But it just doesn't. I want to hear
I gotta get my
genuine
FMVJ
things.
voice down more.
I want to hear genuine things about who you are and why you reached out to me. And his message was longer for sure. And it
Okay.
was, I thought you were beautiful. And
You
I
didn't
think you were
automatically, you weren't like
interested.
TLDR, like too long didn't read, like
No,
see you later, buddy?
it wasn't too long. It was just
Oh,
longer than most.
okay.
Most of them are
So your message is be sincere.
be sincere,
Okay.
be yourself,
And
no
you'll
matter
give it
what.
more than the first sentence. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. If I think somebody is attractive
How
and
many times did you look at this picture first before you responded?
a couple,
Okay, just being real.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I was like, oh,
Okay.
he's cute. Plus, we had a mutual friend. Well,
That helps.
there's always mutual friends.
Yeah, it's a small town.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
A
And
small, big town.
small, big town.
Yeah.
And so I asked a mutual friend,
Sure.
hey, am I at risk of getting murdered if I go on
Oh,
a date with this guy?
gosh,
What's the risk?
I feel like there's a segue into another topic that I was not going to bring up quite yet.
But yeah, and he's like, oh no, he's a great guy. I think you guys would hit it off, etc. So
Did you run him through the Facebook drag group?
we'll get into that.
Okay, good. We are going to talk about this.
We have
Oh, I have
think
to
we
because
have
I've got a
to.
lot of questions about
Yeah.
this. Okay, good.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I derailed us.
You're good.
Let's move on.
You're
Let's
good.
move on.
Okay. So, you were
Sorry.
talking about trauma. I was talking about how people hold on to trauma, and you said just
Yeah, because well, first and foremost, if I sense that there's trauma from past experiences or exes that has carried over or that I'm seeing displayed or a test per se coming from the other person, then I will openly communicate to them. Listen, it's obvious to me that you haven't done the proper healing and you're not quite ready to, indulge in a real relationship with a true partner, right? Because
yeah,
that doesn't make sense. And it's not helpful or fair to the person that is trying to do the right thing,
yeah.
And it happens. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes it's triggered, right? So like you find yourself in a you find yourself in like a situation
True.
that reminds you of the situation that you were in.
Yeah.
And it's easy to revert back. Like I get
Yeah.
it. Like I understand. It took hours of therapy for me and it took hours of
same.
like
Yeah.
understanding that like, hey, this is a trigger for you. So you're either gonna live it or you're gonna let it go.
Yeah. However, for me, and my therapist actually even said this, I have healed to the point that I can. The next step, and I've done a ton of work, so I know I'm great by myself. The next step is for me to see someone do differently.
Action.
Yes.
I love it.
So I will ask more questions probably than people who haven't been through what I went through. But it's
They're
not
going to be more poignant.
It's
because
not.
there's a purpose.
There's a purpose, and it's always
Yeah.
earlier on, and it's always just to figure out, if it's going to be a good match or not, and not waste anyone's time.
Sure.
And this last guy that I was talking to yelled at me about it and was like, "You ask too many questions. No one's ever going to want to date you." I was like,
I don't even understand that statement.
"Wow, well, you're wrong. I'm going to peace out."
I don't even understand that
But
statement.
it's not that I'm unhealed, but it's that I have to see someone do differently before I ever know someone can.
Right.
No one has.
Right.
So I'm as healed as I can be. So I think there's kind of a balance.
I believe that was a challenge this issue to the world. I believe this is where we're going.
I'm just saying that there's trauma and people can still be so, I don't want to say screwed up, but it kind of is. You're just so,
it'll screw you up as
unhealed.
long as you allow it to screw yourself up.
Yeah. And
So,
I think there's a difference between that and where I'm at, where it's like, I cannot completely heal until I see it happen.
Right.
And then I'll see, okay, it's true. It's
Right.
out there.
to see it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that probably will not understand that.
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think one of the biggest things that I've seen as I'm dating in later adult life is that not only are men more burnt out, but they're like, they don't know how to pursue a woman proper. And I do think that sort of died out. I don't know if I need to move to the South or maybe Europe. I don't know.
It's not regional. This is not a regional.
I don't know. Is it not?
This is not a regional thing.
Yeah,
No.
I think
it's not.
that some men have even told me, "Well, I'm also the prize, so I need to see." And I'm like,
Oh, those people are, yeah.
I'm
I
not
would stay away from those men.
not doing that. And it's not that I don't treat people well, but I'm not going to be like, "Oh yeah, you're the prize and let me pursue you." No, I'm very traditional. I'm not doing that.
Okay, thank you for saying very traditional, because this is
Yeah,
definitely bleeding into where I'm going with
right,
this.
right.
Because obviously, this day and age, women are quick. Women are really quick to judge or to react. Okay, so
Yeah.
it could be one too many text messages. It could be one too many phone calls. It could be, are you asking to see me again? I just saw you twice this week.
Wow.
This is how this goes, right? And then all of a sudden you're too available, you're too
Oh
eager,
my
and you're
gosh.
too desperate. What am I doing with this person?
Oh my gosh.
This is
That
what you
that's
get. This is what us men get in the real world. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, if you say you double text, for God's sakes, right? Like, excuse me, but say you do that, right?
what?
You send more than 2 texts without
No.
getting a response from a woman, you are overbearing.
But okay, what I'm going to say to that is I think 2 out of every might even be 20 guys
Okay.
that I have talked to over the years has been like that. They actually communicate, they pursue, they want to see me. The rest of them, even the guy that I dated that was off of Facebook, barely responded, was so busy. I was at least as busy as he was. I'm
Okay.
like, didn't plan things. I wouldn't see
That's
him.
annoying.
So, and that was very typical.
Okay.
See, I
That's interesting.
yes, so I think we're seeing opposite things.
Okay, so, like, here's one of the statements that will probably blow your mind. So when my friend group, males, right, when we gather
Yeah.
and we chat about this stuff, because I'm now in line with, middle-aged men who are divorced, have kids. We've been there,
Oh,
we've
yeah.
done it.
Yeah.
We've been married, we did the thing. We're now on our own, doing our own thing, raising our own kids, right? And that is the fact, when somebody new comes along, you know what the first thing is said in the group? Don't show her that you like her. How freaking sad is that? Is that the world
No,
that we
see,
live
that's
in?
what's
Is that the
ruining
world
it.
we live in? No, because
Oh,
that's what
no.
it is.
That's
'Cause-
what's ruining it for everyone who is like me, who is like, "Please show me that you're
But
interested. I need
maybe,
to
but
know that
maybe
you
you're
are."
the 1 in 100.
I don't know.
Maybe you're the 1 in 100.
I don't know.
So vote for whatever it is.
We should have a
There
poll,
should be
like,
some kind of a poll that comes up during this.
but
But anyway, I'm just saying, like, literally, that's one of the first things, Mary.
but people
It
say
comes
that
out.
about me too. "Well, then you're too much, and he knows you're too interested." And I have always felt like, "Okay, I'm not mysterious enough, and I need to be cool." Not anymore. I don't care.
I'm not cool. I am not mysterious. I'm going to put it all out there.
I'm not mysterious, and
Oh,
if
you're mysterious.
somebody doesn't like the way that I'm an open book, and if you don't like it, see you later.
Yeah.
I don't care. And that's what I
Right.
think men should do too. If you are interested in a woman, tell her, pursue her, make
Hmm.
it clear. And if she is a mature, grown woman who is interested in you, she'll be like, "This is nice. This is how I want it to be treated."
With what
This
stipulations?
There aren't any.
Oh, I don't know. We're about to go through your list down the road
There
of your do's and don'ts and what you have to do and have to perform for to be with
no.
you. I read the list. I snuck in the list. I'm just
Okay.
being real. Just being
Well,
real.
all right. Okay, so
We'll get to it. We'll
before
get
we
to
get
it.
into all of that, I don't
Okay.
think that there's a not enough and enough. And it's just like that with me, where it's like, "Oh, am I reaching out to him too much, or am I not being it stop. Just stop. Just be who you are. And if they don't like it, move on to the next." Like you
Okay.
said, there's 20,000 more. So
There
there's
is.
going to be
That's
one who
true.
likes it. So the other thing about getting older, I kind of thought, and I've definitely, I mean, because I've dated a 29-year-old and a 47-year-old. Like, there's a big window, and
Yeah.
I thought, okay, as you get older, maybe you get more boring or
Dang it. Did I just get the top of the
mature. Do you know what I mean? And one of my friends who's 32 was looking at me the other day, like, "Age is definitely just a number. He is a guy." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why'd you say that?" "Well, because you're super silly." I don't think
Right.
that over time people get more boring unless that's kind of who they were in the first place. Do you see that in dating though, that people are less?
I would say that it takes an absorbent amount of time to find out who a person truly is. I mean, there's a show that comes out first, right?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's on point, attentive.
Yeah.
There's no issues. My life's great. I got everything I can
Yeah.
offer. I've got the world, right? You know, and then you find out, down the road,
Yeah.
after you've invested time, just like you said earlier in the pod, you've invested time, and then you find out, yeah, he was probably just saying that.
Yeah.
Because it happens. And women do the same thing.
Yeah.
I've been deeked before. I've been lied to before. I've been, catfished before. I've been at all. We can go down any avenue you want, right? So, I mean, it happens in both directions.
Well, I think that, and I told my daughter this, I said, as you get older and you're dating, wait 3 to 6 months. That window, and maybe I'm giving it away and now guys will lie for longer. I don't know. But 3 to 6 months
That's funny you
is
say that.
where the layers come off. For me,
So some people would say that's the honeymoon phase.
I'm literally the opposite. In the beginning, I am more anxious. I'm wondering what's going on. I start relaxing over time and I get better over. You can ask my ex-husband. I get better over time because I chill out and I'm myself. In the beginning, I'm so worried about this person burning me.
Judging you or
That
whatever.
not even judging me. I don't
just
care
burning.
about that.
Okay.
But being a jerk and
Okay.
lying and doing something terrible to me,
Sure.
that up until that 6-month mark, I'm still kind of watching. And then I relax. So I'm total
You're curious.
opposite where
You're just curious.
and in therapy, I learned to stay curious for those first few months and to observe rather than to dive in, because that's what I was doing.
Actions will always prove more than words.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Exactly.
I would agree with you on that statement.
So
I'm not done with that topic.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, because you had talked about it, right? Like that 32-year-old. I don't know why you keep throwing years out there when it doesn't matter to you, but you keep using it. So I'm going to let it slide.
It's important to know that.
Let it slide.
My point is that it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm seeing that once you get into your late 20s, up until you're in your 50s, I think that whole window, people can be super mature at 30 and super immature at 50.
She's not blackballing anybody in the 60s either. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's I just
don't cap things.
Okay, you're right. It just was a random number.
I know.
Yeah.
Words matter.
Sorry.
Words matter. That's okay. But okay, so on your end, right? Like that 32-year-old said, "Hey, you're goofy. Like age is just a number. That's awesome." Okay. I'm going to give it from a male's side of you.
Okay.
Right? You do something goofy or immature or childish, right? There's women out there that'll write you off immediately.
Then they're probably not as much fun as you want.
I would agree, but that is still a hit to the ego, right?
Is it?
That is
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm talking to men. Men are self-conscious.
Don't take
just
that
as,
hit to the ego. Just be like, sorry, I'm fun. Go find less.
Well, doesn't everybody want to have that person that they can dance in the rain with? Where freedom is free and souls are sold.
Yeah. So
right?
why be with
that's
the person
the moment.
that's like, why are you dancing in the rain?
That's the moment, right?
You don't want to be with that person.
I don't want to.
Don't let that person hurt your ego. Just be like, I'm more fun.
Okay.
Go find less.
I mean, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement.
I think that across the board, everybody needs to get to a place where it's like, these people that I'm meeting that have these opinions about me can't hurt my feelings because I am who I am.
Right.
And they can have opinions. And that doesn't mean that I'm any less or more or whatever, especially when you're not that close to them. Yeah, if I'm with someone for 2 years and then he says something, it'll hurt.
Highly critical?
Yeah. But
why are you waiting 2 years to say that anyway? Like, come on,
true.
Man. We should have got this. I'm like, come on, man. We should have figured this out by now.
You're
right.
Like, come on. I'm just saying that when you're dating, care less about what people that you're not even connected to yet.
I love it. I love every bit of it. Be yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, be yourself. I would agree.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't.
Yes, you can.
I can. You can.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that can't because they're in fear. They're in fear. People
knock it off.
Well, I mean, people are approaching this in fear, right?
Yeah.
Only because of the stories they've had happen, the stories they've heard. I mean, I get it. Thankfully, blessed. I've always been myself. I don't really care what you think. It's never really stopped me from anything. This train's leaving the station, jump on or jump off. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Good for you. I was not always.
No, but it hasn't been the best for me. I mean, I'm still, my age. And I'm still dating and looking for that somewhat special someone or whatever they say, And the faith has not left me for that or whatever.
Don't let it.
No, and I won't. But the problem is as I get older, the pool gets, a little bit less, right? And then it comes into women are allowed to, like you said, your range has been 29 to 47. If I showed up somewhere with a 29-year-old, I would get labeled immediately.
So would I.
No,
People
you
make
wouldn't.
fun of me all the time.
Well, you can tell you're
even
not 29, so it doesn't
friends
matter.
make fun
It doesn't
of
matter.
My daughter makes fun of me. Everybody labels everybody.
Okay.
Who cares?
I love it. I'm with you.
I don't care.
I'm just
if
saying
I'm
in
happy
general.
and this person is
Okay.
great for me,
Okay.
I do not care. Put
Okay.
call me whatever.
Okay,
you
so
want,
here's
I'll-
where it does matter. That's fine. And I'm
Okay.
glad you said that because I walked you right in. It's perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm so excited for the rest of this conversation when you walk me right into things that can make me look stupid.
I've done a lot of training on
Cool.
this.
Oh,
So it's
great.
fun.
Yeah, at his hair appointment yesterday, he's like running this
Dry
by.
runs.
Not
Hey,
fair. I didn't get to do that with anyone.
you act like I'm not getting prepared for this.
I mean, I'm prepared.
You are prepared more than I was. That's fine. So you get to say to the next person you date after that 29-year-old,
Yeah.
okay, who was the last person you dated? It was a 29-year-old gentleman who was super nice. It just didn't work out. When I get asked a question from a female who is not 29, okay,
Yeah.
and I say, it was 29-year-old. She was great. Immediate thoughts for that woman is, oh my God, oh my God, I've got baggage. Oh my God.
That's not how it works for me. The last guy I was talking to had dated a 25-year-old right before me.
Okay.
For like 2 or 3 years. I don't care.
Did you lie about your age?
No.
At all?
No.
Even at first?
No.
I'm just asking. You're so angry. I mean, jeez.
You kept asking. And my no means no. No, I had not lied about any. No,
Okay.
I didn't lie at all.
Okay.
You knew right away how I don't. So I think that if you're insecure.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and honestly, even as of like a year ago, probably I struggle with physical aging big time. It bothers me. That can mess with my head. Like
Okay.
as I'm getting wrinkly, as I'm changing,
Sure.
it bothers me.
Okay.
But I'm confident enough to know that the right person is not going to care and that it's not going to be about age. It's not going to be about like, oh, you're getting crow's feet. So I just am to the point where I don't overthink all of that. And I mean, also I probably have to add that I've dated young people. So
Right.
how can I be like, well, how dare you do exactly what I've done?
What I'm gathering is you're an anomaly as so far. So I'm just throwing that out there. I said because that's not the average woman, and that's kind of not how you're not representing women
Shoot.
in general.
This is not
and this is
helpful
not
for the
going.
pod.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what do they say to you if you said, yeah,
I'm immediately labeled as somebody that's going after a younger woman
would they
because
ask you her age?
old women aren't good enough.
Do they ask you her age?
Oh, absolutely. When?
Okay.
Absolutely. 100%.
I didn't even ask. You just
when was it? How old was she?
Oh.
Yeah. What did you guys have in? Oh my God, she was 29. What did you guys have in common?
Oh.
What did you guys even do?
Okay. You know what you say then? It didn't work out for what? And you can say the reason it didn't work out. It didn't work out because XYZ. I'd like to focus on the present and the future now. Stop talking about, I am so sick of everyone talking about their exes all the freaking time. You go on many dates, and the whole time you're like, "Are we?"
She's not talking about herself on this podcast. She has to
this
talk
is
about.
What we're supposed
she has to talk about. Okay.
But on dates,
I've never even brought it up, so I don't even know.
But
like I would never ever do that
because we're all very curious, and we're like, "Well, what's wrong?"
Well, because you're curious to compare yourselves. That's the problem.
That's not what they should be doing. They might. You can ask questions, in my opinion. Go ahead and ask questions to try to figure out how a man handles certain things. So
correct.
What did you run into in the past, and how did you handle?
I love it.
Even though
I love it,
they can lie to you. You kind of have to figure it out.
Yeah, but you can tell if they're lying right away.
So you can ask but don't ask them, why would you compare yourself to his past? That didn't work out, obviously.
Because they want to know where they fit. The same reason why they go through every single picture that's on their social media. The same reason why they go to all their women's connections they're connected to. It's the same thing, the same approach.
Why would you compare to the past, though? The past didn't even work out. I don't
know why women do that. That's a very good question.
I did that when I was 21.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. Once you grow up, you learn what's important.
Ooh, you just said the majority of women haven't grown up. I love it. I'm on your side.
I don't know.
We're together now.
But you mature and you realize, and I think too, going through very difficult things helps you realize what matters. And people that have not been through things, they look for drama. They look for something interesting. They feed into drama because they don't have full life, or they haven't lived a full life, or they don't know there's just all these things that play into it.
Yeah.
And so they're always looking for something. The only reason I look at a man's social media, if I'm interested in him, I'll look at who he's following on Instagram.
Sure.
To see if it's a bunch of like big boob, half naked.
Which still means nothing about that man. It doesn't.
Okay.
That's a prejudgment.
Well, then we'll talk about
That's
it.
a prejudgment.
Then we talk
Like,
about
well,
it.
we had this conversation. Well, we're going to talk about it later. Because just like you said, you get a bunch of requests from men.
Yeah.
Men get them too from
This
women.
is who they are following, not who's following them. So
I
they would
know.
have had to
But you know, it's
separately.
easy for a man is if a woman requested you, that's attractive.
Yeah.
To not just say, okay.
But they have to specifically go follow them. I'm not talking about who's following the guy. I'm talking about who the guy is following on Instagram. Facebook's different.
Isn't it supposed to be like follow?
No.
Isn't that standard protocol?
No.
It's not?
No.
I don't know. I'm new to this.
No, I don't.
Don't judge me. Jeez,
I'm not judging. I'm just saying,
take your
no,
eyes somewhere else.
you don't have to follow people who follow. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I think
okay.
We're talking about this later. We'll come back to it then. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it.
We got a lot to cover.
Okay. All right. Do you still feel hopeful at this point? Like you said that you kind of do. Like you have faith
Absolutely.
still.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we jumped to the end. I feel like that was
No, we're not at the end yet.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Right. That's the kind of the goal,
Yeah.
right? I think ultimately, even the people that will tell you that they're not looking for a partner in life, those people are lying to themselves. So eventually, we're all going to get old, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, our kids leave
are
our
gonna move
houses.
out, yeah.
Our kids leave the houses, right? Our friends, knock on wood, die or disappear,
Yeah.
right? I mean, go off and do their own things. All right, and we're getting really touchy-feely here, but but I'm just saying, eventually there could be a point in time where it's just you, Mary.
Yeah.
Like it's just you. Like it may be just you in this pretty broad pod. Yeah.
I'll be without teeth.
Crow's feet. We're still going at it.
Pod about how lonely it is to be old. Yes.
I'll be on the guest too. It's okay. I
But-
got her back. We're back.
Even if you have your person, he or she could die too. Like,
No. We're not going to go into that
Okay,
kind of stuff.
all right,
Let's
but-
not talk about it.
But yes,
Let's keep
when
this
my
upbeat.
daughter moves out,
Yeah.
I want someone to travel with, hang out
Yes.
with, go to concerts. with.
Isn't that the
all
point?
things,
Isn't
yeah.
that the point?
I'm being
Right?
honest.
I want somebody that I can do all of that with.
Yeah, exactly.
And not sweat it.
Exactly.
And I don't have to ask. I just want to be like, hey, guess what? I got tickets for this Friday.
Yeah.
And we're going. That's how that works,
Well, I will be honest, I have had short periods of time where I'm done with men, but it's usually right after a bunch of stupid things happen.
I get it.
I'll meet some guys. When I moved, the first weekend I was out, within 24 hours, 6 guys asked for my number.
Sure.
It's a lot.
I
all
get
at
it.
once.
Right?
It's not typical.
Welcome to a new town.
I
get it.
It was like
get it.
hello.
I've never seen you before. Look at those eyes.
And every single one of them, there was something terribly wrong. It was like boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, he's still married. Okay, well, he stalked his ex-girlfriend and was arrested for it. And, I mean, just
proven.
What? Yes.
That's awful.
Documented. It's in the police records.
Yes.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, next time someone asks for my
I feel
number,
like you're on these
say,
men. What's your go-to for
I
research?
got a weird vibe.
What's your go-to for
Google,
research?
demand his last name, even if it takes
How many
a couple
times did you
tries.
Google me before you invited me on the pod?
0.
Oh my gosh. Free and willing. Everybody hear this?
0.
Free and willing. Dang.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Wow.
fine. If
I must have been sincere on the social media message.
If you're a creep, you can still talk about your experiences.
Yeah,
I
no,
have a man's experience.
too.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I agree.
Let the freak fly on the podcast.
Right.
I'm just saying. You can
That's
say what you
funny.
need to say.
Mhm.
I wasn't researching you to date you.
Okay.
I was just letting you come on the pod.
Right.
I don't. Whatever. So I got after that. If anybody asks me for my number, I'm giving it. I'm just not talking to anyone. But it was very, very brief. I get past that quickly. It's just a short period of time where I'm like, please don't talk to me. Everyone leave me alone.
I'm
you
in the
know?
middle of that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. And I have been there for 10 months.
That's a long
A
time.
long time. Long time.
It happens.
It does.
It happens. I'm glad you're still hopeful, even if you're on a hiatus. And I do think that we were talking about how you want someone. Yes. And I think that when I was younger, I definitely had that feeling of like, I need, especially when everyone around you is.
There's a difference between need and want.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And
the pressure is on both.
Yeah.
I guess you from society and parents and family members.
When are you going to have kids? When are you
Again,
going to get married?
it starts young.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think the best place to be is I'm so happy by myself. And I've said this 1,000 times. I am so happy by myself. Don't come into my space unless you're going to keep the peace, add value.
Yeah, make life easier.
Yes.
Yeah, enjoy
Then
it.
come into and I always preface dating with that, like, "Hey, I'm in a really good place. If you're here to toy around,
Yeah, not
this
me.
isn't for
Wrong
me."
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they always do it anyway,
Well, you
you
let
know?
them in, so that's on you.
I mean,
That's
not
on
for,
you.
like, 3
That's
weeks,
on
and then
you.
I'm like, "Oh, no,
Well,
see you later." It's quick now. I am quick. Yeah,
I get 'em quick.
I am. I'm so quick to
Okay.
filter people
I get
out.
it. I get
Yeah,
it.
the filter is
Yeah.
quick these days.
At least
Yeah.
you give them a chance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, and guys always say that to
Mhm.
me. "Oh, you won't even give me a chance." I'm like, "I'm
Mhm.
giving you a chance right now. What are you
Yeah, you
talking about?"
actually just failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, by saying
Yeah.
that statement. Sorry. Yeah, you missed the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
there's lots of idiots out there. I
I've
get it.
heard that so many
I
times. "Well,
get
you're
it.
not even giving me a chance." Well, yeah, I did,
Mhm.
and you very quickly failed, so we're done here. Like, it's not that
Oh,
complicated.
man, I wish I could hear you say that to somebody's face. That'd be great.
Well,
That
I've
would be
said
awesome.
we'll
I
get
would
into
love
some
it.
of the
Sorry.
things that I
I'm not here for
recently
other
said.
people's
Yeah.
misery. I
No,
take that back. Never mind.
I mean,
Man, I got your back.
the guy deserved it. He
Most
was
of them
so
do.
mean to me.
Most of
He
them
was
do.
so mean to me.
Most of them do,
So
Mary.
and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings and I offended you." And I'm like,
Mm,
"No, no,
mm,
get it
mm.
straight.
Yeah, no, we're good.
You don't have the ability to do that."
Yeah, I would never give you that power.
No, exactly. See, not you
Absolutely
do.
not.
You do
Yep.
not have that power.
Yep.
No. Oh,
So how many I got a good question. It
okay,
just came to
okay,
my head. I
okay,
don't know if I'm
okay.
ready for this
Go
one.
ahead.
How many times would you say post-divorce have you allowed yourself to be that vulnerable and get hurt?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been married twice. Which one are we talking about?
I guess whichever one you want. I should have done some research.
Yeah. After the first one, I dated someone for a year and a half and was very vulnerable. He's one of the crazy stories at the end. Then after him, I mean, I've given,
You've
I,
been available.
I
You've made
somehow,
yourself available.
yes, and
Okay.
I somehow trusted again, which is crazy because
Yeah,
I
that's
was
the hardest thing to do.
cheated on, lied to,
Yep. It's the
manipulated,
hardest thing to do.
all the things,
Yeah.
and I did it again. And then I did it again.
Yep.
So the guy after him was a traveling musician and we were dating. And sure enough, we find out the choreographer's pregnant with his baby. It's like these
Oh.
women are messaging me on social media, "Hey girl," all these things.
Mm,
Granted, the choreographer thing he had kind of told me about initially, but it just was a lot. And
yeah.
he was definitely not being the person he had told me he
Sure.
was. So multiple times, I mean, my daughter's dad, who I was married to very briefly,
Yep.
and then the guy after him, and then the guy after him, and then the guy after him. So that's
Okay.
4 in a row
Okay.
that were unfaithful,
Okay.
that lied, that were
Ouch.
not kind. And I continued to open myself up to it until finally the guy I married next, I met him immediately after the musician guy,
Okay.
and we got married, and really nice guy. And that I definitely did that time
Yep.
have so many questions. The
Yeah.
man was a saint for answering all of the questions at
Sure.
the beginning. I had trusted so many times and not regretted it. I didn't regret it, but it hurt to trust that much
Sure.
over and over
I
again.
get it.
So
Yep.
that time I asked, and we ended up trusting each other, and that wasn't the issue. I did. I opened myself up a lot, and I've done it
Okay.
again now. I mean, I got to a good place after that divorce, a much better place than I've ever been in,
Yeah.
and now I'm opening up again. So I would say many times. What
Okay.
about you?
Tough question. To be honest with you, since my divorce, how many women have I've allowed to get close enough to hurt me? Probably none.
Dang, when did you get divorced?
A while ago?
How many years?
10?
Oh my gosh.
11?
How do you
11?
keep
I
that?
had a whole nother relationship, 7-year relationship with a child involved.
Okay.
So I have 2 children.
Okay.
One is 1 month, one is the other month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your last breakup was 10 years ago.
My divorce was 10 years ago. But even when I was with my other child's mom, I don't think I allowed myself to be vulnerable enough to be hurt.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But I'm
Well,
just saying in general, I'm just being honest with
that's
you.
I mean, I
Because these are
get it.
self-reflections. I've had these
Yeah.
conversations with my therapist. So how many have I allowed to get close enough to hurt me? Probably none. I'll be honest.
Since the divorce. Okay.
Yeah,
That
probably none.
honestly, if I were
And I'm just
capable.
trying to be like,
No, that's good. I
okay.
think if I were capable of that,
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. I'm just
Well,
not.
so I grew up in a crazy household where emotions and, physical touch, things like that were not present.
Yeah.
Right. So that was the
Mhm.
house I grew up in. I literally grew up in a house that was a museum. So my dad was, diagnosed OCD crazy when I was a
So you
kid.
couldn't touch anything.
I spent my entire life, Mary, opening up my refrigerator with a paper towel because it would leave fingerprints on the handle. So that's the type of
Yeah, that's tough.
so that's what I grew up in. And so when you grow up in a, surrounding like that, You learn to not really show emotion. You learn not to, physically touch or show appreciation,
Yeah.
things like that, right? So, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's who I am,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is that's the tendency or what I learned from,
Yeah.
right?
That
That's
makes
what I
sense.
see. So, seeing that and being raised like that, when I finally did meet, my ex-wife and had a child with her and we're together for 9 years, that was a beautiful moment for me because it was like, this is what it was about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
So,
totally
and then after
understand.
after that, which crashed and burned quickly,
Yeah.
which is a whole nother topic, but I learned right away, you know, you probably should be more careful about who you give your heart
Oh,
to,
yeah.
right? Who you give your heart to,
See, I'm not
and
capable of
and who
doing
you
that.
show. Well, that's an amazing thing because
Is
that's it for your
it?
spirit. No, I mean it's painful for you,
It
but
is.
I'm just saying in general. Like you got people like me on the that's why on the other side of the fence, Mary, that have never been blessed like that, right? Like I can't just hey, how are you going?
Yeah.
And like here's my heart. Feel free to stomp on
Feel
it.
free to
Yeah, whatever you want to
it's
do
out
with it.
there
Yep,
and
it's in your hands. You tell
just
me.
yeah.
What to do with it?
One of my
Mm.
good friends in Florida, she and I were talking about how difficult it is today, but she's with someone new now, and she's
Mhm.
a lot like I am. She's with
Okay.
someone new every few months. There's someone,
Okay. Okay.
and she said, I understand what you're saying about how difficult it is and how much it hurts, but I love love. And I was like, that's how I feel. I love
Hang on a second.
what?
Hang on a second. We're gonna get caught up in definitions of love here.
No, I don't. Just the fun, the giving.
That's not
The
love.
I know, but she
Okay.
meant it. I think she meant in more
Okay.
of like a
Sorry, I
lighthearted.
wasn't trying to be mean.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I
There's a
was just
lot of
like, okay, let's make
ways
sure
that
that we're on the
no,
same
but
plane.
like being with someone and sharing things.
Yeah,
We're both big givers. She's
sure.
definitely a lot like I
I've
am.
noticed that most of the people like that are huge givers.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know?
why we have so much to give. We don't
Yeah.
like sitting with it. We want to share it. We want to be out there with someone. We want to be doing that. And that's what she meant was like I love giving love,
Sure.
that
Mhm.
love
Yeah.
to other people. And
Mm.
that resonated with me so much and I felt I feel judged a lot of the time by even my friends for the fact that I won't just be alone for years at a time.
Right.
And until she said that and she has accepted that for herself
Sure.
where she's like, it's just the way I am. I felt better about it because I'm like, I am really good at being by myself. I
Yeah.
am. I always have been.
Right.
It's not always, but as an adult, I
Yeah.
am happy
Well,
alone.
you can't offer the best of yourself if you're not happy with yourself.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
and foremost.
But I also think that it's unfair to say that you have to fully feel like you love everything about yourself or you're fully okay being alone or all those. I don't like it when people say, well, you have to love yourself and love being alone before you can be. And I'm like, that's not
Nah,
really true.
no, I don't think that's true.
You do need to be in a good place,
No,
but someone else can help you.
you have to be able to be at peace by yourself
Yeah.
is what that statement means.
Hmm.
It shouldn't be forced upon somebody to be
Right.
able to
Yeah.
offer
No, you
something
don't.
to somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, that just seems silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
I do want to go back to one thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go
just a
ahead.
quick reference. As I was speaking about vulnerability,
Mhm.
right? And being able to let that out, right? Or to give somebody the opportunity to do that,
Yeah.
right? There's a funny saying that my friends and I have, and it usually is always directed at me, which is give me a reason.
Okay.
Okay. I can tell by the look on your face, right? It's
I see what you're
confusing, right?
saying, though. No,
It's
I
because,
see what you're saying.
and well, the problem is right? Like I'm already ready for something to happen
Yeah.
or something to be like, okay, well, this is exactly what I thought was going to
Yeah.
happen. Something to prove me right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that you're in a similar place to me but we're just different in how we express the way that we feel because you're basically saying you want someone to give you the reason to let that wall down. And so do I.
Right.
This last guy said that my wall is so high no one can climb, and I'm like, that's not true. You simply have to be a good
I
person and
would
a
say
good
that
fit.
that's the least thing about you. I would say
Really?
that you're available for
Well,
that. I'm just saying that like you offer that
yeah.
to a prospective partner is
Yeah.
what I would say.
Yeah, but I am not going to just let my guard down for anyone.
No,
It's got to be the right
no.
person.
Oh,
And
right.
I think that's what you're saying too, except that I do have more like an open heart, an open book.
You're allowed. You allow it.
Yeah. I'm open
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. No,
Yeah, where you're a little more flexible.
unfortunately, I will make you prove some things before there's even an opportunity of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's the same. That's
and
why I ask
having
all those
babies too
questions.
changes things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? So
Yeah.
when you have children involved or whatever, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
and so I don't know how this has worked for you and your relationships, but for me, I am one of those, I am fine lined when it comes to women meeting my children, which has
Yeah.
never happened, right? So, I mean, my last relationship was almost a full year and she met them one time and it was for 5 minutes in passing. So, like, there was no time hung out. There was no, time spent together. There was no core or any memories because I don't want that. I don't want my kids to have any core memories of
Well,
dad having this random
yeah.
lady,
Yeah.
so it's not fair to them.
That's why if you talk about being vulnerable yourself and letting your guard down, if you are not comfortable doing that with someone, certainly don't let them
No,
hang out with your kids all the time. I mean,
absolutely not. But
what you're
I'll
not even feeling like you can be vulnerable, let alone put your kids through that.
I'm a traditional guy. I prefer traditional stuff. So it's, hey, I want to pick you up. I know that sounds creepy these days because most women don't want guys to know where they live. I get it, but I'm just saying in general, I'm a traditional guy. So I,
Yeah.
I want to do those things. Like I want to show that, right? Like
Yeah.
I want to pick you up. I want to go to the door. I want to hand you flowers. I want to open the doors for you. Like, right.
Yep.
And I think most men are like that. You know, no, 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 don't make those faces. Most men really are like that because they want to be that. Unfortunately, they've been so twisted by other women that they don't do it because the first thing that they hear about is, well, he didn't hold my door for me. You know, well, where's the fine line? Can I hold your door open for you and order your food? Or no, I can't order for you either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if we're at a restaurant, just like you were at a restaurant last night, and you'd never been there before, right?
Right.
If I had known that and was sitting next to you, I would have just ordered.
Well, you should ask if
I
she's
would,
okay with that.
well, and I did. I asked you
Yeah.
if you were into steaks, and,
Yeah.
right? I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I would have, hey, we're going to try a bunch of this stuff,
Yeah.
right? And I would have just ordered a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
and see where, so where's the fine line?
I think, two things. I think that it depends on the woman for sure, because a lot of women are not traditional anymore. And some, even as I would say a child or maybe even a teenager, I would hear people be like, I can get my own door. I'm like, that's so stupid. But they might be like that.
Hmm?
But that hurts
Yeah.
people like me
Yeah.
who like the door open for
Well,
me.
that's the thing is you got a wide range,
Yeah. Yeah. And so
and
I would
how
just
do you fill that out?
always open the door. I never think that that's a bad thing. As far as ordering someone's food, what if she's a picky eater and she doesn't say, "Hey, would you like for me to
Well,
just order?"
a smart man, first and foremost, will always ask and
Yeah.
preference.
Just
And the
say,
best part is if he's really good at what he does, he will get her to offer what she wants without her even knowing. There's
"It's
there's
tricky, but
there's arts and classes to this, fellas. But anyway, I'm just saying in general, there's ways of getting out ahead of it, right? So you do feel comfortable doing that, which I've I've done my fair share of sales training and things.
oh,
So
treating it like sales
no,
now,
no,
Mary."
no, no. I'm just saying in general, you can cross over some training paths, right, to interactions with people.
Yeah.
You don't want to go full manipulation, right? Because
Right.
you can do that in
No, for
sales,
sure.
right? You can lead people down those.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
No, well, then you would never know how she truly felt about you anyway. So
Yeah.
don't do that, dudes. I'm
Right.
just being honest
Yeah.
with you.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about emotional maturity
Good one.
because that is a hot topic right
Hmm.
now.
It
Everybody's
is.
talking, oh, I just want someone who's emotionally mature. And what does that mean to you?
Okay. First and foremost, I think it is very, very simple. If
Yeah.
people go back to what you were taught as a child, which is speak with purpose.
Okay, don't say what you were taught as a child. I think that
N-
that's the problem. I think most of these,
No, but these are simple behaviors.
they probably weren't taught them
Well, okay.
what you
Read
should have been
what
taught.
you should have been taught as a child.
There
But
you go.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
It's speak with purpose, right? It's communication, right? It's communication and it's being honest, right? I think the world in itself in general is too worried to hurt people's feelings. They're too worried about what people think of them. They don't want to get canceled or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, you
Yeah.
smiled.
So you think emotional maturity is simply,
Accountability. No, I think it's being able to accept what you say, what you do,
yeah,
your actions, right?
yeah,
And it's that simple, right?
yeah.
If you can't communicate that with a person that you're interested in or a partner, then what is the point?
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I think is being able to have a calm conversation. If I ask you,
Emotions not involved.
if I,
Sometimes it can be just pragmatic.
Yeah, if I ask you a question, you can just answer it without getting super defensive. And then if there's something that goes wrong or you said something inappropriate or something that, you probably shouldn't have said, take accountability, apologize, and move on. It doesn't have to be this game of back and forth or trying to make
Does
the
that
other
happen
person
right
look
away or
bad
does it have to
or
wait?
what do you mean?
Like if somebody says something wrong that upsets you. I mean,
Yeah.
you're the type of person that seems like you notify right away,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, who does? But there's a lot of people that won't for the fear of a confrontation.
It's such a waste of
There's a
time.
lot of people don't want to have confrontation.
I will say,
They want the
ladies,
easy street.
the number one way to filter out the man that you want versus one that you don't is to address this right away. If he says something offensive or something that kind of makes you question, whatever, if you
Yep.
need to ask a question or you need to be like, hey, that didn't sound right to me. Can
Right.
you explain that? Watch how he responds. Period.
Absolutely.
That has been within 2 weeks of meeting several of these guys.
Sure.
They're gone because I will notice something and I'll say something.
Correct. You
And then they
bring it to correct. Yep.
cannot handle it.
Mhm.
They try to turn it on me or then they try to make
Oh,
something.
that's always the best.
Oh, it's
that's always the
yeah.
best when they turn it back
And
around.
it's like,
I love
well,
it.
why are you?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm just
"No,
going
no,
to
no."
divert it
Oh,
all.
and the best is when they say, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Mm.
And then I say, you don't apologize for my feelings.
I don't need
Period.
I don't
feel bad.
I don't need your approval
Yeah,
on it.
I
I'll
don't
tell you that right now.
feel this.
Yeah.
And then they get all,
Yeah.
oh, you're so mean. And then you just move on. It's not mean. It's self-respect,
Yeah.
period. And that has been the number one thing for me as for filtering guys out so fast because you can tell if someone says something that's a little, either they can explain, oh, I meant this by it. I didn't mean for it to come. And then you're fine. And you
Yeah.
move along with your day and you're
Yeah.
like, you didn't mean it that way. It was just a miscommunication. And then you move on.
Right.
That's fine. You continue to talk to that person. But if it's bad, like
As long as they own it.
yeah,
As long
just
as they
take some
own it
accountability.
and say that's not how I meant that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
not how I meant it. I can
Yeah.
totally understand.
Yeah,
why you're wrong.
my mouth sucks sometimes. I apologize.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes they'll say that the first time, and then they keep saying things
Well, then
they
you know.
shouldn't, and then you
Yeah,
know.
that's a trap.
Yeah,
That's how that
yeah,
goes. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Are there very many emotionally mature women out there?
It's
or-
funny. It's funny you say that. That's a very good question. I would say that it is equal amounts for men
Okay.
as it is for women. You said it, not me. I know that there's a woman's movement out there, and I know that they preach about the space and the healing and all of the work that they've done. But I'll tell you right now, the second it actually comes to shove, or a situation arises that they're so quick to trigger. I mean, it happens quick. And unfortunately, it is not thought through, right? It's done inappropriately, which is usually like a big, loud
Yeah.
type of,
Yikes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter where or when or who's around, right? It
Yeah.
gets, and well, I commend them for sticking to who they are.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll never shame people for being who they are. I appreciate you letting me know those are the true colors and
Yeah.
what comes from inside. I'm okay with that, and I apologize for whatever part I played because obviously it takes two to get to that level,
Yeah.
right? But I like to think, and maybe this is too much, but I like to think that I'm smart enough to understand that, right? I will always be, okay, what was my part? Or what the hell did I do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
There was something.
how did we get here? I know it didn't come out of blue. You know what I'm saying? So obviously there was something building or something that I'd said in the past or something.
Yeah.
And I'll own that. But instead of having a conversation or getting the opportunity to have a conversation about it, it turned into drama.
Yeah, it
you know?
escalated.
And nobody really doesn't do well for
like drama.
I would agree. Some do.
So for you as a man, how do you figure out if someone is a fit or not more quickly? Because I was talking about how I do that. How would you do that?
I don't know.
What things do you kind of look for and feel, when deciding whether someone's a good fit?
That's a good question. I would say that it comes down organically to me. There's no gauge for me when it comes down to trying for somebody to measure up to something. You have to have a stake in the ground, right? Like there has to be a point. That I think is already unfair to that person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
so
I don't know. Because like I said, with me, the easiest way, literally the easiest way for me to tell if I should continue talking to a guy is how much he respects my boundaries or doesn't.
This is a good topic.
Well, that's exactly what I was doing when I was saying I ask a question or I have an issue with something and then I'll say it.
Okay.
And then does he respect that and say, okay, I understand that. And then,
I heard you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or does he trample over my boundaries?
Or push it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that those things are kind of combined together.
What are the boundaries that you see most crossed?
My gosh. Okay.
Well, this is helpful stuff for men.
Number
Yeah.
one, physical boundary.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
So often, one of the things that immediately weeds somebody out for me is if he invites me over and I want, like, I want you to come to my house.
Oh, to stay the night.
Something like
Or
that.
whatever.
Or yes.
Okay.
And I'll say, I don't know what you're looking for.
Right.
I'm looking for something long term. I wait on the physical things. And then usually, if it's a guy who is mature and knows what he wants, he'll just be honest and say, I'm just looking for something more casual. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I can move on
Yeah.
and he can move on.
Well, everybody knows where they're at.
Yeah.
I get it.
Or people will lie and say, oh, I'm totally looking for long term too. But eventually it comes out.
Yeah.
Two, it would be definitely something like respecting the questions that I have and not treating me like I'm a hassle for asking a question.
Oh, that's annoying.
That happens all the time.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Oh, how dare you ask? And that's always the guys that end up seemingly having, a narcissistic personality.
Always, for sure. How dare you challenge me?
Yes. So they can't take accountability.
Yeah.
And then I'll give them another opportunity and then they cross that line again.
Gosh.
That's very, very, very common.
That's the 2-strike rule.
I only have 2 strikes. You get 1 chance and then I tell you my boundary and then you cross it. I'm done.
That's all it is.
You do not get 3. I don't have time for that. No. And I'm very self-aware and I think I'm pretty emotionally mature at this point in my life. So I just have things figured out and I can see the serious red flags more quickly, where before it did take me.
Well, you know where they're at.
Yeah.
You know where they're at.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I'm very, very, very
And you've gotten better at unhiding them.
Yeah. Yes. I'm really good at getting those. I am getting so good at getting that flag to show up so fast. That flag, they try to hide those flags, but if you ask the right questions or you pay attention to what a man is, men will tell you who they are. They'll be like, oh, I'm not good enough for you. You deserve better. Run.
First and foremost, just fly the flags, fellas. Just own the flags. Own the flags, because the honesty is the best approach. I'll be honest. Like, seriously, own the flag.
Yeah.
If it's a boundary for yourself, men are allowed to have boundaries too.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
No.
And there's plenty of women that have terrible red flags, right? So own the flag. Yeah. And if that's the hill you want to die on, then die on the hill. Like, I've got no problem with that. I got flags. Everybody's got flags.
And it's funny because
I got flags.
Guys have told me, oh, I hate when someone says, what are your biggest insecurities or flaws or whatever? And I'm like, I love it. I'll let you know, you let me know. And then if we don't like it, we can move on.
Yeah, we know where we're at.
You have to decide. Everyone at our age has something. Well, and you have to decide what.
There's always something.
Yeah.
There's always something.
What can you live with and what can you not? What do you like? Do you tolerate? All those things? And if it's, leaving socks on the floor or the toilet seat up, it's probably not a big deal to me. But if it's constantly talking about your ex-girlfriend, I'm probably not going to do it. It's just.
I can't believe that.
Oh, it's totally a thing. It's totally a thing.
That's so gross.
So I just think being more direct and being more honest about your intentions from the beginning. It's less of everyone's time.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not trying to waste anybody's time.
And I respect it.
And mine's worth a lot, so I ain't trying to waste it.
That's true. Let's talk about texting, because I think everybody, we were talking about this earlier. Oh, double text.
Yep.
Yeah.
I brought it up.
Yeah.
I did.
And some people hate how I text. And sometimes I feel bad for how I text because I'm continually thinking and I type really fast.
You do type fast.
Yeah, I type.
I did find this out. You did type fast.
Really
you did
fast.
type fast.
So as my thoughts are coming, I'll send it and they'll be, oh, I should have said this too. So
No, I got adders.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm the same way. I'm
And people will ask, well, is texting really a good measure of communication?
No, it's not.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. No, it's not. It should not be a measure of anything, first and foremost. A lot of reasons for that is because there's no context.
Yeah.
There's no context, right?
There's no sarcastic
There's no
font.
emotion. There's no nothing behind it. You can put as many emojis and as many LOLs as you want, but you're still not getting the true point across.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. And it can be interpreted in so many different ways.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have said some things before that are supposed to be like, I'm dying. Like, I'm like, I'm going to kill the room with this. Like, this is hilarious. Right? And also it's like, oh my God, you are so mean. Why would you say that? Oh my God, this is taken so wrong.
Yeah, there
so,
needs to be a
it happens.
font for sure.
Yeah, well, there isn't, and that's the problem. So go back to voice talking.
Especially if there's a
Pick up
problem,
the
just pick up
phone.
the phone.
Yes, pick up
But
the phone. Have a conversation.
at the same time, I think that it's made it so much easier for a man to show a woman he cares just by texting.
They say that's not true. They say that is the death to men.
What?
That's the new rules. It's death to men. The texting, the good night text, the good morning text, those are death to men.
What? Why?
Yeah, because
That's what I asked
no,
for.
because it becomes too much.
No, I literally
You are an anomaly.
No.
We've already discussed this. Mary is an anomaly. Most women do not want you to text every night, every day.
Need another poll.
They feel obligated to respond, and they don't have the time. I'm telling you the truth.
No.
It's the word on the street.
Okay,
This
well,
is how this. I'm
this
coming
last
from
guy-
experience.
Let me tell you the last guy said.
Okay.
I said, all I need, because I know that you're busy, is a good morning and a good night. And if you can check in during the day, that's great.
Yeah.
But on days that I know you're really busy, a good morning and a good night. Perfect.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. I reminded him. He still didn't do it. He
You
was
reminded him.
well, not in a mean way, but I was like,
You
hey, I really
reminded
like
him.
that good morning and
You
good night.
reminded
Not
him.
like a mean way or a
No,
rude way.
No, it's over text message. He doesn't know how you meant it.
No,
He
we were
hears
on
you
the
telling
phone.
me what to. Oh.
We were on the phone. And he said, I didn't do it because I don't like being told what to do.
I knew it. See, this is exactly what I was going to say.
And I don't think that it's as special when you've told me to do. Well, that was what I used to think was, well, it's not as special if I have to tell him how to do it. And then men kept telling me, don't make me read your mind. Well, finally I
told him,
saying,
you were about
this is what I like.
get it.
And then that was
This
wrong
is the
too.
mixed signals. I
What
get
am
it.
I supposed to do? Do you not want to read my mind? Do you want me to tell you? Or is that not special enough so I'm not supposed to?
Okay, so can I give you a little insight to a man's brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
Okay. Oh, perfect. So to a man, I want to make sure I say this correctly.
Is ego?
No,
for
has
me?
nothing to
Okay.
do with it. But what it comes down to is it's very simple and in human nature in its own. We could both have the same idea. Okay. We could
Yeah.
both have the same idea. If I'm thinking it and you're thinking it, but you say it first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's annoying. Because then you were going to do it anyway. Yeah, I know.
Okay. So all of a sudden it's like, well, I really thought that was a great idea until she fucking said it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's not my idea, it's her idea. You stole my idea. Right.
Right.
And I'm just giving some insight because it's a great idea when it comes out my mouth.
Yeah.
Not a good idea when it comes out somebody else's.
So what do you
know?
want a
So-
woman to do? Tell you what she likes, or do you want to figure it out? Tell the ladies.
No, you asking me? No, I want a woman that knows what she wants.
Okay.
I want a woman that we can discuss. We sit and look each other face to face, eye to eye, and she tells me, "Listen, this is where we're at.
Listen,
this is what
Linda.
I want. This is listen,
Listen, Linda.
Yeah, this is what I want. This is what I like." And you know what? And just like you told me, like you just said it 5 minutes ago. Hey, I know life is crazy,
Yeah.
right? I know you have a million parts and pieces
Yeah.
that are moving constantly.
Yeah.
I understand that, but you know what? Just for my sanity, and it helps me know that you're thinking of me,
Yeah.
right?
And you're still
And
there.
it may just be, hey, you know what? Good morning. I thought of you. I've got a crazy day, but I'm going to be thinking of you throughout the day. I'll do my best to sneak away for 5 minutes and
Yeah.
maybe call you.
Yeah.
Or, if you're not busy, please take it or whatever,
Yeah.
something like that. So I get it. And that's the stuff that I want because that's open. That's a
big.
door that's open that both can walk through,
Yeah.
instead of people trying to guess or
Yeah.
trying to understand, like, is this too much? Is it not too much?
it's stupid.
Because you know what they're doing is they're calling their friends. Girls and guys do this same. They call their friends and they go, hey, you know what? Like, I really don't know if I should do this or I don't, like, I don't
So
know if I
dumb.
should have the
Stop
right
doing that.
words. Like, I don't know if it's the right words. I don't know how this goes,
Let me tell you, if you have to chat GPT what to do in your relationship, you're in the wrong relationship. Okay? You should just be able to be who you are and not have to figure everything out and talk to the person that you're with
Yeah.
and figure it out. If you are constantly, and my girlfriends agree with me, they're like, if
Okay.
I'm constantly looking up, what is he doing? Why is he doing this? You're in the wrong thing. You
Okay.
shouldn't be doing that. Whether it's you and you need to work on some things, or it's them, or it's not. There's something that's not
I've
right.
got another layer to this.
All right, go ahead.
Should we?
Yeah, go
Should we add another
ahead.
layer? Okay. Because it's the newest thing. And
All
I've
right.
been kind of waiting for this to come out.
Okay,
But
go
it is the
ahead.
newest of news. Sharing location.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
okay.
Here we
Okay.
go.
All right.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I've never been with somebody that I've shared a location with.
Okay, my ex-husband and I shared,
Okay.
and it was fine. I mean, we trusted each other. It wasn't about trust. It was more about care. It was like,
Well, yeah, man, if something goes on,
if
I need to
something
know where you're at.
happened,
Yeah,
yeah. And so
absolutely.
there was actually one night where I think he was stuck on Dodge Street because of an accident
Okay.
and he wasn't getting home. And
Right.
I just called and I said, "Hey, it looks like maybe something. Are you okay?"
Mhm.
Not knowing if he was in an
Right.
accident or,
You don't know.
and then we just clarified it and we
Yeah.
moved on. Had I not known anything and he's
You would have thought he was stopping her off somewhere?
no, I would
Oh.
have thought that he was in the accident.
Of
Was on
course.
Dodge.
Why not? Yeah, that's
So
why you
it's not,
called.
yeah, it's
Yes.
about care. When it's about care
Okay.
and not trust issues,
Okay.
I like it. When it's about trust issues because you can't trust the person, I don't like it.
Okay, so this is my next point. When does it go from care to obsessive?
Then there's something wrong.
Okay, but on whose part? The
On the
person
other
obsessing or the person that doesn't clarify? Because this is a dilemma.
Right.
I've got a friend that's in the middle of this right now.
Okay, yeah.
Like they share location. They're 3.5 years in. They
Yeah.
share locations, right?
Yeah.
I feel bad because I've been with him, right? When she says that she's going to do this or, this should only take an hour type of deal. Okay. And all of a sudden, she's been in that parking lot for 2 hours and it stirs. His head just goes, "Woo," right? And so then it's every 5 minutes.
Okay,
She's still
but
she's still
why?
She-
First of all,
No, this is past insecurities and drama coming
okay,
through.
that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Why
I agree
Why
100%.
is that there? And what is that? And that's what needs to be addressed. It's not even about location sharing. It's about what's going on.
So
It's
do you?
like,
So okay.
so just call her and say, "Hey, are you all right?"
So
Are you
you don't think it's so my friends asked me. He's
Yeah.
like, how could you not share your location with a partner or whatever? And I said, I don't know. I've never done it,
Yeah.
so I don't know what it's like. He's like, well, that's kind of what it is these days. It's a necessity. I'm asking you, is that a necessity to share locations with your partner?
No.
Because I don't know.
No, I think it's nice, like I said, when there's care and concern.
What if he asks to share locations and it's too soon? What?
And I'll say that.
Oh, you're like, God damn, you don't even know where I'm at.
I'll just say, well, what would your reasoning be for doing that right now? And then if he has a good reason, maybe I'll do it. If I think it's not a good reason
Okay.
and maybe he's insecure, then I'll be like, I don't think that's a good idea right now. Everything comes down to communication.
I would agree.
I do know a
Okay.
guy too. Well, and this has happened with my daughter because
Okay.
at her location. This guy that I knew, I used to work with, we would go have drinks on Friday afternoons as a company,
Okay.
a bunch of us.
Sure.
And the location for him was paying across Dodge Street, which
Okay.
happens.
Yeah, that
Because
happens.
sometimes the location is,
Yeah.
well, his wife was thinking that he was lying. And it turned into a whole thing.
And this is a location sharing problem. Yeah.
It's a trust problem.
Yeah, it's communication.
It's not a location
I would
sharing
agree.
problem.
Yeah.
It's a trust issue.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's not the location thing that's the issue or the non-issue.
No, it's her thinking that you're stepping out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
how that goes.
Where is that coming from?
Right.
And address
Yeah, let's
that.
get the
It
root
doesn't-
cause.
Yeah.
The root.
Otherwise, you don't care. When I had my ex-husband's location, it was just like, I wasn't constantly looking at it.
That's what that was going to be my next question.
It was
So
only if he was really late.
And there was some plans
and I
involved.
thought maybe there was
Okay.
something going on
Okay.
that he was in an accident.
Okay.
Because we trusted each other.
Sure, right.
Both ways. We both
Right.
trusted each other. So he knew where I was.
Yep.
I knew where he was. And then if there was a delay, we could make sure that the other person was okay. It
Okay.
was never like, I need to know where you are.
Right.
It was never, I don't think that's healthy. So I think he needs to address that insecurity or whatever it is.
I would definitely say so.
And honestly too.
And obviously
on her
he's sending a
part-
signal though. There's a signal out there that's being emitted of him.
Yeah.
not
On her
necessarily
part,
being
though,
truthful.
if she says, I'm only going to be there for an hour and then she's there for 2, just say, hey, I got stuck there. I don't know. Communication is everything.
Can I tell you another issue that he's having with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty perfect.
Okay.
I don't know this person.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. They're 3.5 years in. This is very quick. 3.5 years in, she's brought up a past person that has asked her out. Okay.
While they've been together?
Before and
during, okay.
Before and during. Okay. And she sees this person regularly because there's a service provided. Okay.
So she cuts his hair?
He
cuts her hair.
Yeah.
Why is she going to him anymore? If he's asking her out? No.
So this is the question.
No.
So he's with you. He's in full agreement.
Yeah.
My friend is like, listen, this makes me uncomfortable. You are still continuing to go see him. I know that you had this relationship before I came along because they did.
Yeah.
They've been 15 years plus as friends.
Yeah.
But when she got divorced, he became constant, So check this out. No, I'm not done.
Okay.
I'll let you answer at the end. And so just recently it was, hey, I'm starting a podcast. Can you do this podcast with me?
He's starting one?
He asked her.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is causing some big struggles.
So she's just doing one episode or she's doing all of
No,
them?
no, just one.
Okay.
Just one. Just got asked to do
Okay.
one. Yeah.
2 things.
And she brought it up.
1, if the guy that I am dating,
Yeah.
if we've been together that long and we are that close and he's uncomfortable with something, it's generally not that important for me to keep a male companion around. If my long-term person is uncomfortable, his feelings are more important to me than that other person's. Even if I've known him they should respect this. Number 2,
The boundary.
it does not sound like this guy respects her relationship with him or he wouldn't have asked her out again.
Right.
That is really bad to me.
Yeah.
If someone knows I'm with someone
Yeah.
and they don't even know the guy, either way, it sounds like he might even know him, but either way, and they try to get at me, it is so disrespectful to the man that I'm with
Yeah.
and disrespectful to me, but it grosses me out.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have no respect.
Well, they don't know who you are because you would be just as hurt as your partner.
Yeah.
That's annoying to me. That's how I feel about
It's
it.
gross to me.
Yeah.
Why would you come at me like that?
Well, why
when
would you think
know
I'm that
with
type of
someone?
person?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
all
already
of it.
judging me.
And
Yeah.
you're trying to make him look stupid
Yep.
by trying to get at me. It's just the whole thing
There's a bad dynamic.
it's a bad dynamic.
Yeah.
So you let it go.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
I don't.
Is that a deal ender? What if she goes and does the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh my
I would
gosh.
be done.
Oh, you would?
Oh, I would be done. Yeah. I would be so done. I'd be like, you obviously care more for
Oh,
this
I freaking
relationship
love-
with this
I
other
love this.
person
I love every second of it.
than you do.
You are verbatim. You are speaking my language.
It's just not. Why is it worth that to you? Is it
No,
really
I'm
worth
with you.
This person disrespected you,
Yep.
disrespected your man, disrespected your relationship.
Yep.
Why do you want him in your life anymore?
I don't know.
I don't care how good he is at
Good
hair.
question. Okay.
No.
Sorry.
No,
that was
you're
a
good.
side tangent.
You're good. That was a good question. Okay, where do you think, talking about communication, the most miscommunication happens? Do you think it's in text
I
messages?
think it's in text messages
Okay,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
It's
you're right,
always,
too.
yeah, that's an easy one.
Just pick up the phone, right? If there's starting to be some,
I'm kind of a phone person anyway, you know. Call me old fashioned or whatever, but
Yeah.
I enjoy hearing my partner's voice.
yeah, I do.
And I love the emotion.
People never.
I love to
call him
razz them up. I love to
Roseanne.
poke fun. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Razz 'em up.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like to, that's part of the
Yeah.
fun, right? To
Yeah.
get the reaction out of it, right? Like the way you're smiling now, the way you
can
laugh.
feel that,
Like, that's
right?
what it
Yeah,
is.
that
That's
is-
the energy,
that is
right?
fun.
Because
Yeah.
it's shared energy.
It's cool to me now when a guy calls because it's so rare. I like texting because I can be at work and shoot a quick text. But by
Sure.
the end of the day, for
Oh,
someone to call
yeah,
me,
I would agree. Convenience,
Yeah,
text
just
messages. But
don't-
I'll tell you what, man. If you got time for a phone call,
yeah,
like I'm not even opposed to setting aside, hey, let's do our lunch phone call. Like I
Yeah.
got no problem with that.
Yeah.
On my lunches between whatever.
yeah, or each
you know?
night before bed or what. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it when a guy calls because I just think
Absolutely.
it's rare.
Well-
It's cool. It's like, oh, he's actually going to pick up.
The sad part is I'll be honest with you, the men that are choosing not to make that phone call have no idea what they're missing out.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that phone call is amazing.
Well, and I like to
You
know
know,
if
so-
somebody has a voice that I like to listen to. If it's somebody that sounds like
Oh.
Pee Wee Herman, I don't know if I want to talk to him every day. So
That's funny.
if I were a
Okay.
dating app person,
So we're a
wouldn't
voice
have, but
person. We're like getting, like it all plays a part. Okay.
I like
On the
a good
attraction
voice.
part.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think it does.
I
And
get
I
it.
think that
I get it.
liking who you're talking to each night, it's relaxing to you hearing it. I don't know.
Well, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's not, then it's
Well,
just one
that's
more
it.
step to
They taking classes and they know how to do the FM DJ voice. Absolutely. You can all turn into Chris Voss. We can all turn
voice. Yeah.
Oh, I've been trained. You better watch
Yeah,
out.
it's just one more way to figure out if you're compatible. I think hearing each other's voice and being able to chat.
There's
like that
nothing.
and see-
There's not a better feeling in the world besides than being with them.
Yeah.
Right. In person.
Yeah,
But a phone call at night.
it's
You know what?
just nice.
Well, and I get it. Life is exhausting, right? Life is exhausting, and sometimes that phone call seems
More.
hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I
So
get it.
great
I
at the
get
end
it.
of the day.
I get it. But it seems hard, right? But the second you hear the voice, it's gone.
Yeah,
All that
you're
stuff
right.
is gone.
Right.
And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, for me, again, it's one of those things. It's another compatibility test, and you can
Sure.
just move on. What are some other things that you look at for compatibility or things that you won't tolerate anymore? Because I obviously have quite the list of things that
You
I
have a
just don't
laundry list.
tolerate.
Yeah,
What about you?
she wouldn't even
Like,
publish them because it's so long. I'm just being honest.
it's basic. To me, what I am looking for is so basic that it's sad that it's so
Well,
rare.
you can see my list. It's
Right.
very basic. I mean,
Yes,
it's super
don't be
basic.
dishonest.
It's dishonest. It's
Yeah.
cold negative attitude. It's drama. Not passionate about anything. Like I can't get anything from you.
Yeah.
I can't read it. I can't
Right.
feel it. You give me blah blahs. And it's just like this is annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want somebody that is. Just be honest with your intentions, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
just come at
I
me with
agree.
what it is.
Yeah.
Like big boys, big boy,
Handle it.
big girl,
Yeah.
right?
Can handle it.
We've been through it,
Yeah.
right? The ringer came at
Yeah.
us, we jumped in it, right?
Right?
And jumped back out, and
Yeah.
then maybe even jumped in again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you say worried about image, where's the line then? Because a lot
No,
of
your
people-
image can be for me. I have no problem for that. If that's what you're talking. Like, yeah, I want you to worry about like what I think of you and stuff
Okay.
as a partner.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to be attractive for me. I want you to,
Yeah.
give me Google
Okay.
eyes. I
'Cause-
want all this
yeah.
good stuff, but I
Well,
don't.
I mean, but you're
I
not.
don't want you showing up for other people. Is kind
Okay.
of where
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's different than worrying about image. I think that's worrying about what other people think outside of your relationship, which isn't.
Okay, well, here's one of these things, right?
Yeah.
So I'll put a real life example on this
Okay,
for you, Miss
there you
Mary.
go.
So I had the opportunity and to have a learning lesson with a lady here in town, who is a public figure. Okay. Okay. The public figure image, right, became highly apparent when it was, you're a little unpredictable and I don't think I can be seen with you in public.
But she didn't want to be seen with you in public?
I don't know why you look. It's not that bad. This is a learning lesson. These are all opportunities. What she meant by that was that I am unpredictable. I will show emotion. If you're my partner, I will grab you and numb you up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Someone says they don't, he or she doesn't want to be seen with you in public.
It wasn't seen in public. It was more like, I'm afraid who we're going to run into.
Gross.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes, good.
See, this is why it makes
Please
the
don't.
list.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
gross.
Okay.
That's really gross. Honestly,
And
though,
God forbid, I come across really well, so I don't know why anybody would ever. I'm
last
just kidding.
summer, though,
I'm not getting self-conscious
this guy
about
that I
it.
was dating wanted me to wear fake eyelashes
Oh.
to
Oh,
T-ball games at a baseball field. Like
Hmm.
that, he was so concerned about what I looked like to everyone.
oh,
And
that's his own ego, man.
Even when
Screw
we'd
that.
go to the grocery store
Screw that.
and I'd be ponytail, sweatpants, and he's like, "Don't you want to look better in case we?"
Wow.
Meanwhile, the guy is
Wow.
wearing the same outfit every day,
Oh.
not getting off the couch, is
Oh.
gaining weight. Like
Oh.
he doesn't
Oh.
look great,
Oh,
but
no.
I have to. Just no.
We're not here to bag on people.
We are.
No, no, we're not. Jeez, Mary.
Okay, this one's
Okay.
exciting.
Okay.
What's something you secretly find attractive but won't normally admit publicly?
It's everybody will always go to looks first. Everybody will always go, there's some certain of the physique of her
Right,
body,
yeah.
part,
Okay.
or a smile or eyes, right? Like they
Okay,
could always go,
yeah.
no. That is not the most attractive thing about a woman. The most attractive thing about a woman is the way that she looks at you. That is the most
No,
attractive.
that's
Yeah, it is.
not even something that's secret though. Like
It is secret because nobody ever says it.
Tell me something else. Do you have anything else? Come on, like for me, this is kind of embarrassing, and I'm just gonna say it because I always liked mustache.
Oh, really?
Weird, like
A mustache.
not always, but
Interesting.
yeah, pretty consistently.
okay.
And now they're back.
They are back.
They are back.
They are
and I'm
back.
like, yeah, I've always liked that. Weird, right?
No,
Weird.
not weird. No,
Kind
that's
of. I
great.
mean, it's not normal, especially 15 years ago when I did.
No, they were out 15 years ago.
Were they?
Yeah.
They were out there.
Unless
but
you
I
were
don't
a
know if
cop.
they were
Unless
really-
you were a cop. That was about the only people wearing mustaches.
That's what I'm saying, that they weren't a cool thing 15 years ago,
No,
but
they're
I have
not.
always liked it. And it's kind of a weird little
That's interesting.
quirky thing.
Hmm.
Just the way that I am. Okay, on the opposite end of the spectrum, but something that has totally turned you off.
Oh, geez. First and foremost, oversharing about themselves as far as like, it's just sometimes it's draining. And it's
Oh no, that's me.
No, that's not you. I'm saying in
No,
general.
it is.
No, it's like, no, because you didn't let me finish. I'm saying it's more like
I'm too busy talking about myself.
physical. Yeah, you are right. It's more about like, I did this and I do this and I'm going to do this.
Ew,
and I'm-
bragging.
Oh my God, it's so annoying. It's such the biggest turn off ever.
Yeah,
When it's just like, you know what? I didn't know we were in a game.
I didn't know.
I didn't know we were in a game and I'm
Yeah.
highly competitive.
Me too.
Just being real. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just what
Oh,
it is.
absolutely.
It's annoying. Like, I could sit here forever. I could brag for hours, you know? But how disgusting does that sound?
It
It's
does.
awful. I
Yeah.
mean, it's awful.
This
And we all
guy,
have all these proud accomplishments, but
yeah,
I ain't trying.
everyone
That's not what
does.
I want you to judge me on.
What I said when this guy, we had had a nice lunch, I thought, and we got along, and this was our first date. We went out to lunch, and we were there for like 2 hours. It was very fun. And I went home, and he texted me random facts about himself. First, that sounds fine. However, it was like, this is how many promotions I've had since I started. This is how many transactions I did,
I
and
don't
how
want
much
your
money.
resume. I don't
How
want your
much
resume.
money? And I said, sounds more like competition.
Did you at
And
least take him for a Chanel bag or something?
my friend, I'll get to that. I said it sounds more like impression and competition and all of that than connection. And what I'm looking for is connection.
Yeah.
This isn't a fit.
First and foremost.
And he's all, oh, I'm sorry I screwed up then. I must have really failed. And I'm like, I just didn't
take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my friend, I told her that, and she's like,
Give me his number.
you should have at least,
Chanel.
yeah, you should have at least taken him shopping. Like, if he's going to talk about how much money
you got to spend it. Yeah.
I don't even want to waste my time with that. For me too, when we're out to dinner and they treat a server, this is a really common ick, is when they treat a server poorly or they don't tip well, or I can't stand that.
I can't imagine that, because anybody and everybody that's been in the service industry
Yes,
would know that from immediately. I mean, come on.
I've seen guys tip really. This one guy that I dated, he and I were going through a coffee kiosk line, and I was driving, so I was paying for the coffee. I got cash out to tip them, and he slapped it from my hand. Terrible for so many reasons.
Even worse.
So many reasons, but he's like, they don't deserve that. All they did was made you a latte. You know, I'm like, gross.
Who are you?
Bye.
Yeah.
When I broke up with him, he tried really hard to drop off free Frosties coupons for Wendy's. Like, he really liked bargain.
What?
Yeah. Gross.
Interesting.
Should we talk about the ick? Do men get the ick with women like women get the ick with men?
No.
Really?
No, because you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
You want me to be really honest?
Really honest.
Most of the time, men just have one thing. That's the goal. There's just usually one goal, and they don't really care about the fucking hair. I'll be honest. Sorry, excuse my language.
We get the ick so bad.
Well, of course, because you guys are looking into those things.
Well, and sometimes
I'm going to say, on average, most guys are not. They're not. It takes so long for a man head frame, for that mindset to go past anything physical.
Yeah.
That they don't care. You could display the most red flags. You could have the most ick moments ever, and that dude's still gonna be like, okay, you ready to go upstairs? I mean, like, I just be honest. I'm just honest. Like, literally. Now, don't get me wrong. Those are men that have bad intentions from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so do good men get the ick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, with what?
Absolutely.
Name some ick things.
Well, talking about yourself
too much,
is obviously one.
Are there funny
demanding?
Oh, okay.
Demanding or passive aggressiveness, annoying as hell.
Okay.
Don't go passive aggressive.
Well,
just tell me what you want.
I want to talk about things like if a man skips over a puddle, that'll give a woman the ick. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
really,
if you want to get over a guy, think of him, I don't know, having toilet paper stuck to his shoe or getting his sock stuck down in his shoe over and over and having to pull it up, or like something that makes you. But especially the one for me that gets me, and I saw this somewhere, but it's like a guy skipping over a little puddle of water. I don't know why, but that gives me the ick. Like, just, he's hopping like a little fairy over that. Do you know what I mean? It just, there's something.
Was the guy straight?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he did the little fairy hop, and it gave me the ick. I don't know what that is, but I was
First and foremost, you're talking to a man that has over 200 pairs of shoes. And some of them can go through puddles, some of them cannot go through puddles.
Well, yeah, but then I'm
just being honest.
Do a little masculine walk around the puddle. Don't be...
First and foremost, I would pick up my partner and walk through the damn puddle with her, because it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, in general, there are some dudes that are super sneakerheads out there that they are not getting their shoes dirty.
True.
And I can understand that.
Something masculine to get around the puddle.
First and foremost, you just don't let her see you dodge it.
Yeah.
You got to be a little smarter.
You're right.
Than that.
See, you're right.
And if she's in your arms,
you get it.
She ain't watching you skip over no puddle. So distractions, men, distractions.
True. I mean, and for each woman, what's unfair, I think, is that there can be different icks for different women. Because for me, a certain musician that everyone found in my era to be very attractive.
Sure.
My ex was good friends with him, and we got to know each other, and he would eat little tiny vegan portions of food.
Gross.
You get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, be a real man and eat a steak that's still bleeding. I can't that. Yes, okay, you're an attractive person on the exterior, but the fact that you're eating these little tiny portions and you'll only eat vegan food, that gives me that's a personal thing. There's probably women who are like, I don't care, I'm vegan too. But there are no things that you have like that are like, if a woman is
okay. So there's some things, right? And most of them come with expectations.
okay.
Okay. So some women have crazy expectations from the jump.
Okay, what does that mean? Crazy expectations.
I would say so. Like there was this one time, not me. It didn't happen to me, but I was witness to it. Okay, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we had set up one of her friends with one of my friends. Okay, and so we were doing this double date thing. Okay, and everything was going fine. And then we got out of dinner and we all rode together. So I'm driving and I obviously open the door for my girlfriend and let her in or whatever. And her friend, standing right behind her, standing there. My friend, he's on the other side of the car getting his ass in the car. Oh. And she's just standing there. And I'm trying to one of those deals. He was already in the car. It wasn't happening. So I'm like, okay, well, I get in the car. And she's still standing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, dude, she's like needs to be in the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God. He's like, well, this is just really awkward now. I can't do it now. And I'm like, well, somebody needs to let her in the car.
Oh
This is going to be ridiculous. And so sure enough, he came around and he got back out and let her in the car or whatever. But that was it. The night was over. It was the biggest letdown ever. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's an ick because women should expect men to be gentlemanly.
But it shouldn't destroy the night.
Well,
like
and it doesn't have to be a hill that you're dying on. Don't stand out there for 10 minutes trying to make everybody look bad, or it's a group thing.
Right.
Maybe if it was a one-on-one thing, like I get it, And then she even went to like the point where like blame me because I already. And I'm like, listen, man, I got one to take care of already. I don't know what.
Okay, we got to get on to our crazy stories. First of all, I need to say that on Facebook, the messages that I get, some of them don't try to be overly clever. Like, I had COVID and I need a hot woman to recover with, or my New Year's resolution was to take you out to dinner. Just don't do it.
Right.
There was a guy that sent a message saying that his name is Foot Slave.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, and I was with a guy at the time, we were hanging out, and I showed him, and he was like, that's my brother's buddy. Don't do that either. Don't just reach out to people on Facebook talking about how you will buy their feet pics, things like that. But as far as insane actual dating experiences.
Yeah, no, I think I'm to the point where I feel like I have so many of these.
Okay.
As I feel like we could do a second pod.
Yeah, should we?
I would almost agree.
I think we should.
I almost feel like it's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I'm just being serious.
Let's do it.
I will give you one little hint of one. I had a past relationship steal the toothbrush of mine and of my 8-year-old daughter's because she was convinced that it wasn't my daughter. Sent them in for full DNA testing. That's just the start.
Okay, I'll give a little clue. One of mine involves Craigslist.
Oh no.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Craigslist, and it's dirty. It
It's
was dirty. All right, let's talk about next time. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Apparently, we're gonna do a 2-part series.
I love it.
It's gonna be fun.
Too.
Have a great night. Bye bye.
Enjoy.